Well, good evening to all of you shooters and reloaders out there. It's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the hot lead zone. And got a shipment today from MidwayUSA. You can always tell because they got Nitro Express shipping on the box. Now it occurred to me that Larry Potterfield is thinking about the same kind of thing that we've been thinking about for the last two videos. And that is our nitro gunpowders have nitroglycerin content, makes them double-based. And double-based gunpowders give us better energy, more velocity, and better economy. And so Larry Potterfield is thinking the same thing. He says Nitro Express shipping because they got more energy and quicker delivery, more velocity, and better economy. So that's where he gets his Nitro Express shipping. He's got double-based shipping. Interesting. The mind of Larry Potterfield. Well, what did I get in this shipment? And after all these years, I finally broke down and got myself a Forster Co-Ax reloading press. Now what the final straw that made the decision happen was I was looking at one of wiederladerTv's videos on the Forster Co-Ax Press, and I said, okay, gotta get one of those, so here it is. Also got a die set from Lee, 223 Ultimate die set, has the full-length sizer and the collet sizer for the 223. So looking forward to using this press. So let's go ahead and open up this box and see what we got in here. And we have the press itself. We have a couple of die lock rings, the primer assemblies, the necessary Allen wrenches, the primer cup and the primer drop tube, and then the handle for the press. Pretty straightforward. And the press itself is already fully assembled, ready to go. And so let's go ahead and mount the press and get going with it. Now these Lee Ultimate 4-die rifle reloading sets are really slick. And you can always tell the Ultimate sets because they're in these yellow plastic boxes, not the red ones that you see the 4-die pistol sets in, but the yellow rifle dies. And the thing about 223 is you can tell right away you're dealing with a smaller bore rifle round because this die set is heavy. There's a lot more steel in these dies because of the 223 case being smaller than, say, a 308 case or 30-06 case. So anyway, what we have here is a full-length resizing die, which is not carbide. You have to lube the cases. And then over here there is the Lee collet neck sizing die. Then we have what they call the dead length bullet seating die that doesn't do any crimping at all. Then we have a Lee factory crimp die, and again this is not a carbide die, but it uses a collet to apply a crimp. Then we have the Lee dipper that works real well for 223 and a shell holder. So once again, this is not a bad die set for, I believe it was $45 that I paid for it, and that's a good bargain for a die set like this. Well, setting up the Forster Co-Ax Press on the Lee bench plate here turned out to be child's play. Just take the Lee wooden insert, spot the 4 holes that the press is mounted on, and drill the 4 holes, put the provided Lee bolts through and bolt it down, and then you can slide the insert into the bench plate, tighten these 4 screws up very securely. There's 2 more screws on the other side, 2 more bolts, and we've got it all mounted on our bench plate. So here you see the Forster Co-Ax mounted on the Lee bench plate. Works real well and is a very secure mount, as you can see. Next thing, the handle is inserted into the Co-Ax press, and then the little Allen set screw is tightened up with a provided Allen wrench, and the handle's all set. Now the Forster primer catcher and debris system is easy to install. You just take the little tube here, put it through the cap, screw the tube into the bottom of the press, and then attach the little clear plastic cup, and that's done. Everything else is already factory installed and ready to go, and that includes the large primer seating stems already installed, and then the shell plate, the automatic closing shell plate jaws is already installed for the most often found cartridges that we reload. But we'll go ahead and read the instructions on how to change those jaws and how to change the primer seater stem. So reloaders and shooters out there will do a complete review on the Co-Ax Press in another video. Bye for now.